Good morning or good afternoon, fellow Ambazonians, wherever you are. Today, now Wednesday, number 7 day for this month for June 2023. My name na Capo Daniel, una own countryman, Mr. No Connie Lukong. I don come once more with our daily podcast, a program where they bring una the truth. It bring una meaningful information, fact-based analysis for help we as we work for this journey to our freedom, to the independence of Ambazonia. Our good people of Ambazonia, as they talk, if you don't know the times, then you never be mature. That means you go feel lost your way. For person way you go harvest chop, na person way it done planned. The thing where God it done give you power for do am, no be the thing where you need prayer for accomplish am. The work for work farm, no be palaver, only power. Now also palaver, sense and wisdom. If you don't know the time where they plant corn, where they plant beans, or where they plant chop for farm, you go plant them for the wrong season, you no go harvest them. But when you plant things and for the right time, rain it go come out for the right time, it go water them. Time for harvest, you two go home with something for chop, your picking they go chop, and for life it could go on nkunya. So my fellow Ambazonians, today I don't finally finish that my work away. I be telling us to go for Europe, for go get some very confidential meeting with our European partners and those them within the European Union states them where them be sympathetic for our cause. I don't learn a lot. I don't also push a lot for the aspiration of our people then. And I go bring most of those things then for you people, but I will not be able to give you the details of those meetings and the people that want to meet up because these meetings are confidential in the nature. But with transparency and accountability, I go always bring for una any news about any contact where I get them with an external body on una behalf. Because for any person to do something with the people, you need to do those things with the people. Even God, when he be talk, say go take the Hebrew people them to their promised land, he no be jo comot say na angel them he can do am. He be need for partner with them. Na their ability for follow instruction, for listen for which way God dey talk am, na he determine whether they go enter for that land or not, or how long will they take am before they go enter for that land. And it could be the same with we for Ambazonia. We need to know the times where they live, the position for our struggle, and then we'll know the right thing them for do them. Because this one a livelihood for 8 million people, no be thing for play. But before I want to start this topic for today, I want to give you a very good news where it don't come up. The big news where it come out from the statistic them from IMF and for World Bank, it shows that finally the operation where I be lead them for our boy the mid and carry attack for inside Balangi. And for some operation that will be carried out for inside CDC, it don't work very well. And I encourage our people to understand the importance for this Haiti solution. From the document we don't come out, the analysis it shows say the Cameroon, their banana export, it don't reach back their lowest point since it began climb up last year. This information it don't be talk say the export shipment it be been at 12,000 tons of fruits that we come off our country this year. Enter for inside French market them, it done drop now to 16,000. If we drop for 19,000, it come for 18,000 now. It done be for the lowest point. And for this past month, it done drop again for 13,000. So now big news, and it particularly the success come out now for inside the plantation for Penja, for what they call them PHP. Now for the way the banana, the export will be over 4 for day because of the attack way we carry. Make sure say we get direct influence, direct effect for the ability for Cameroon for supply food them. The Monte banana them na the main food support where they come for this company they call them fruitier. The Marseille where now one of the leader where they produce it supply banana for supermarket and for Europe. It provide 77% of their overall export them. It come on for CDC. So this minor drop for 8%. It shows say the volume way that affect them for the Cameroon, their market, it affect their credit worthiness, and the place that way it really hot. So I take God back General Sagat, General Sky, and all those people that want to engage with them for back as well, for inside the Atlantic state, for hell we for do the right thing, make we finish this struggle by hitting at the right places where the hot for La Republic. Yes, we need to focus on fight the military also, it be important, but more importantly, now the back, because now the money we follow, and because La Republic, the army, they don't sign their dead warrant before they want to enter work. So no matter how many of them you kill them, they will still bring you one. The one that will not kill, and this time they never even make a single public statement. But anyway, we will continue for all strategy them. But I believe deep in my heart, say the Haiti solution, now the final blow we will need for focus on for finish this struggle alongside with the other strategies. So, fellow Ambazonians, I go to make a major announcement for a lot of trajectory changes for our struggle, and I will explain for our people them for account them through my podcast, the detail of those explanations where I not go to be able to put them for the official public statement. I go to make a statement about Brasseries. I don't make complete my research work. I don't complete consultation as well on these projects for Ambazonia Freedom. Concerning the Brasseries, the figures are out. Amongst our soldiers, 60% and above, they want to say, make we not only ban na Brasseries, make we ban all brewery drinks them for Ambazonia, including the Guinness way now na Brasseries, Kaji, and all beer them. Say, we will ban them completely. Our population, 80% and above, then talk say na good thing say make we uplift that ban because of which we did see them for ground. According to our organization, 100% of Ambazonian organizations, from my interaction with them and from the data I collect them for them, all of them be in agreement with one point, say this ban for Brasseries it then become obsolete. That means say there is no need for this particular ban. Either only one group the way it be of the opinion say that ban instead supposed to be expanded, but for the vast majority, 90% of the organization of Ambazonia then be of the opinion say the ban it then be obsolete, get no use, and we don't see the effect on the ground with the killing of this journalist Anya Chair. It be directly linked also to this ban for Brasseries. We saw that them one of those reasons where they be put them forth now because say the person where he get done Simon he be get bar also for Unkwen, where then claim say it is Brasseries, and we don't fight this thing very hard. For February this year, I will launch a big operation for inside the Atlantic state with our dark forces them, where they be carried out attack for inside Balangi, where we kill I think 9 Cameroon, their terrorist forces, the way they be the accompany that Brasseries drink them. I think I don't be the champion for fight this thing. Captain Small Pikin also then carry out a lot of operation where I be also participate for all those things them. And for inside Bamenda, we done lost a lot of soldiers them as well for do this great job for send a message for the France-Afrique network of French support system where they don't hand them off for their clique where they rule this France-Afrique them. Me them begin chop money, say we no go accept them, me they exploit our people like that. And Skopje, it also die as a result because each time we create a ban or a law, it put the very credibility and our power to test. Those objects for Brasseries then become a symbol of our rejection of La Republique or our strength also. Cameroon, they use those connection and those clash point, and we also would use them. For Ambazonia side, we would use them for know who the support we, who need the support we. Person way they drink Brasseries, we look it some kind way. Say the man no fit been already amber. Store where they sell Brasseries, you go no say he go the seek protection likely now for La Republique because he do something where he no say we for Ambazonia we no want them. So all those things them it also give us a baseline for know our areas of control, areas where we have more support, area where we don't have more support. And like any law, some law they start good, but eventually things they change. The big change where it don't happen as say La Republique, they approve the takeover for Guinness by Brasseries. So Brasseries now a monopoly. It control 90% of the brewery industry for inside Ambazonia, where it then take so Brasseries now Guinness now Brasseries as well. So we also get the issue of transporters and company where they get project for transport Brasseries. Majority of those them are francophones, and we then also get the issue where Cameroon they don't succeed for leverage those where they need protection in our land because of the so-called insecurity for person where they sell brasseries, by providing them and offering them protection, connection with their military, give them rapid number to call if they see amber, and it then become an interest for any man where they sell brasseries and the wholesaler or transporters of brasserie product for get communication and get this open line for La Republique. So the issue for brasseries, it then also give La Republique, their intelligence service, a very, very good tool for help them for fight against our forces them. Because any man where they sell brasseries now, they don't get the number where they call La Republique because they know say they fear, and they will take that number because they need to protect their business and themselves. So many people that don't die, and it then become also a very big hole. So we get the pros and the cons, the negative points and the positive points. Above all, the main important thing now say we'll be able to move forward in proper way and in a sustainable way. And the main thing we done the make and will be impossible for make proper decision for our struggle. That's so we'll get so many groups, and those groups and individuals, instead for fight for push Ambazonia strong for forward, it then become like a competition. Individual activists, they need to want support anything. If you be saying A bring them, no be B bring them. A no go support them because na B bring them. If within the organization, no one need to want take anything where it no be popular or it be controversial, because the other one they go can lie say they want to take money for La Republique. So would that be in a state of vegetativeness, and our various organizations, because of partisanship, then be unable to take decision even when they know say those decisions they be right. So I got to make measure speech, measure changes and measure announcement on this issue, and we expect the normal backlash, but I believe say when we do the right thing for the right purpose, everybody go day behind it, and together we shall win this war. And there is always the issue of people asking about authority. Who give somebody mandate? Who gave mandate to Molanjo Litumbe? Who gave mandates to Ebenezer Akwanga? Who gave mandates to Seseko? Is it just his group of people? Is it the whole Ambazonia who can speak for Ambazonia? In our liberation struggle, the international community have made it clear to us, which is just obvious, that those who are in the diaspora will speak for our people, because they are in the best position, which are uncompromised, to be able to have access, to be able to speak in comfort without any compromise or face the challenges of threat, to speak on behalf of our people who cannot speak for themselves. Because not just because of that, they themselves are also our people. And Ambazonians' nationalism attachment does not end in our border. And those of us who are in the diaspora, we have that advantage, and we must be able to speak for our people. Everybody have the opportunity and have the right to do so, and anybody can claim to be whatever the person want. But in our liberation struggle, we have what we call the liberation struggle as advanced by the nationalists. That means those who believe in our country as being a nation. That theory is that everybody is different, and everybody have different degree of influence within our struggle. Everybody have a different degree of influence, different degree of power, different degree of organization. And you can measure and see who have the most influence in terms of our activities that motivate us to attack La Republique in various areas, in coordination, in protecting and safeguarding our people. And definitely vis-a-vis those classification, scientific data have put me in a position where I have to assume that responsibility to speak on behalf of our people and use my influence, to use my power, and to help push our agenda for our country. So I will speak from that point of power of playing this role in our liberation struggle. And I urge every Ambazonian of goodwill to align themselves behind me. I am credible, I'm national, I'm nationalist, I'm patriotic, and I will speak for you. I will defend your cause, and I will carry our struggle through. I need your support, and I need everybody's support, so that together we can see how we can move forward. We need the support of every Ambazonian, not just the soldiers or organizations or group or activists, but we need it. We will never have a complete consensus amongst us to be united as one, but we should be able to unite as one with logic and the purpose of why we are fighting this our struggle. So I'll be making that decisions, and I'll be putting that decisions publicly, and I want our people to have this information as well, to know the rationale and to know to what capacity I'm putting those information. I have declared myself as the new leader of Ambazonia, replacing Dr. Chua Yaba as the leader of our war of liberation. For people who don't understand what to be the meaning of the leader of our war of liberation, now those a title way it be as a default of the rule way you play them. That means a person way it be it influence most of the activity on the ground and in the diplomatic realm in the higher degree. It be seen as somebody naturally, no be some position where they need to vote you, no be position where the need for you need to be appointed to, not just a reflection of your degree of influence over the struggle and our will of our people and the hearts of mind of our people. So I am your leader of the liberation war, and that is just by natural default. There is the issue of the water, the Supermonte, as well, which we have done extensive research on Supermonte. Is a company that is located in Moyoka that have tremendous potential to help our country, to put our country in the map. Africans are importing water from China and from Dubai. Dubai, a place with desert, because many of our countries are ruled by dictatorships, and there is a big market out there, and La Republic is exploiting our resources to enrich itself and deprivate our people. Despite the fact that Supermonte is in Moliko, they pay their tax and loyalties in Douala, and the company was actually created in Douala, licensed in La Republique du Cameroon under the name of the company is called Source du Pays. So that is the name of the company. And it was set up in 1985 purposefully to exploit our territory. Just like many companies that were set up, eventually, as Pobia is getting old, to hide their money, that company also is seeking to gain some support from the Americans, because you have the American company that is they call ABN, which is a licensed company from Atlanta, United States, under the name of the Monarch Beverage. They sell things like American Cola, Bubble Up, Planet, Rector, and Super Juice. These are companies that the Americans have had that are seeking to supply goods in Nigeria, South Africa, and many other countries. And we don't know exactly who of the Pobia's family or the Bulu Beti clique have registered or bought shares in that company in order for them to attach Supermonte to that company's distribution network so that they can supply Supermonte all over Africa. And they are making a lot of money from that project. This company, Source du Pays, where he own Supermonte, they be sell them for this American company, where they call an El Sahali Group. They be selling for 2010 for transfer that money and that company for the private hands, the way that they actually run that regime. So we'll never get the document of already pin whoop, in particularly the benefit, as we don't pin the one for Brasseries. But we know that those people, the way they control that country on behalf of France, they protect them, they hold that country and they get them. So Supermonte, it is supply water for Gabon, for Nigeria, Equatorial Guinea, and Senegal. Now the place in that way they then become major supplier of water. As we know very well, they sell Supermonte for inside Boya. I think I think it's five times the price. I'll get those specifics to give to our people than in Douala. So it is an abuse, it is an insult, it's pure exploitation, and we cannot allow it to go. I'll be putting out a major speech about that Supermonte. And we have a lot of potential. We also have our University of Boya, who have also come up with its own trademark in exploiting water resource, have come up with UB Spring, which is made by the Department of Environmental Science of University of Boya, that exploit mineral water. And the Cameroon government have refused to issue them license. It's just a project, a test project. And if truly we had a government or we could support our own industry, and this industry have a license, it's supposed to be the one that will be exploiting our water to sell to all these countries and do those proper diplomatic connection to sell in the whole of Africa. And we will take advantage of this. Our country is very rich, but we are being exploited. We don't even have the right to do things in our country. And by the way, UB Spring is selling for 4,000, and they don't have the license to do the marketing as Supermonte is doing, and they don't have that franchise link with the France Afrique network or the American network across Africa, which we can always do. So we have to have all this information and understand the reason why these changes are necessary to put our country in the right trajectory. For us to defeat La République, we need two things. We need to make the territory ungovernable, as exposed by Dr. Chouayaba. Not only that, we also need not just to delegitimize the regime of Yaoundé. Increasingly, the international community, because they know Paul Biya will die very soon, they have given him the latitude to become a one-party system. He can actually go around now and kill anybody he wants. The international community have shown that they don't really care about legitimacy anymore. That's why you see La République do not really go around trying to install so-called DUOs and SDO like they were doing last time. They don't care about elections anymore because it's transition period. We must know the time and we know how to attack La République properly to free ourselves. Economic sabotage remains the most viable option. If we can bring the international community's interest by taking away Cameroon's ability to guarantee the supply of our cash crops and the exportation of our natural resources, we will be able to force Cameroon, because they are now depending entirely on loans to pay salaries and for donations to carry out municipal projects. So we can actually bring Cameroon to its kneel in a position where we can have justice for our land if we do the right thing, and we are capable of. The problem now is the social media, blackmail, and all those things that have made it impossible. But we can gather ourselves together and do the right thing. And we have an obligation to do that, to save our country and to secure freedom for our people. Capo Daniel, looking out for you, signing out.